Hi, I wanted to provide a little bit of video feedback for you. We will be looking at these again when you reach web design. So this was just to be a skeleton to get you ready. You'll have a lot of work between now and then, so that will change some things, and you may discover a new interest or skill between now and then. But let's just look at what you have now and talk about some of the design features that you want to keep in mind. All right, I like this. I imagine, I don't know, but I imagine that because I didn't see the template, but I think this is probably the template image. And so we have to be careful with that, okay? You may want a slight narrow border, a little hairline or 1 point border around these. They're kind of floating, or they look a little pasted on. But so far things are landing in the right place. Same thing here, either a border or, because this image behind, I like the color, but it's really interfering with the content, okay? So what you can do in a situation like that is take what it is you like, the blue perhaps, because we can't really see the image, and remove the image from the background. And there are ways you can do it, but in this situation, I think it's competing here. So, but then you could either have and you would want to be consistent on each page with this, but you could have, like I say, a narrow border, hairline, or you could have a transparent box behind it. But some ways to separate things. All right, now we don't have asset guides here, and that's simply going to be telling us what it is, what you used, maybe not just camera, but the type of camera. You also want to name your files. You can see when we roll over it, we just get this. So name all of your images, and then that will follow, okay? All right. Let's update this, your copyright. Same thing, beautiful image. It's just doesn't appear to be yours, but think about the colors. Think about where you could go to capture something similar that has that much depth and height, or these colors, okay, and the light. Think about what it is you like about this. Turn it upside down so you can see it as a design, all right? Otherwise, replace it. Because if we're saying, oh, we're a photographer, then we only have our images there, okay? Here, let's make that an uppercase, and I think you want to put a period here and take out the 2. Okay, this is looking good. This actually could be a little larger, and this doesn't, these two kind of go well together, right? They could be larger, almost this size. Okay, you might as well get a little longevity out of this, okay? And again, this image. So think about the color palette. Let's probably take your, that number isn't your number anyway, but let's take that off and put a Gmail or something for yourself. All right. So you could just say photography here with a capital P, because the others are caps. All right, but the font is working well. You do have 3 here, so that's kind of, starting to push over the line. We generally want 2, like this and this would work together. All right, and this needs to be centered, this button. Okay, this is not centered exactly. All right, great start. Think about what it is you like about this, the colors, and try to replicate that. All right, go outside in the evening, try and get some of these things. Look around town where you live for old buildings and take some photography. Go out for an evening or a day, all right? See what you get. Go out a few times so you know what you want the next time you go, okay? All right, Ray. Nice. I enjoyed what you did with this template. I think you, if you can, put this here so we're not so stacked. Let's try a contrast here. I can read this, but here we get a little, that black and gray are a little close. Okay. Good, good. Let's put a little more space between this and this, and have your line align with your paragraphs. So, okay. And we'll see about whether we want to take that extra space out at some point. If this is your color palette, at some point you may want to think about changing this to match this at some point. Just think about it. I think I would take commercial narration off and just put narration. Okay. And let's take this and either put it dash, put it here or under here so we don't have this third little column. Okay. And this almost appears bolded or 1 point larger, but I don't think it is. I think it's just the particular letters. Okay. And let's put some space here. All right. But I do like it. It's going to work out well. You could, put a slash here, shorten that just a little. And then have a little more balance. Okay. All right. Terrific. I can't wait to see. You've got your tagline here. You tell us exactly what you're doing. Good job. All right. Nice. It's a lot of images from the template, so you'll want to work on getting some images throughout the year. Taking photos. Okay. That's going to be important. There's a lot of template images here, so you'll want to remove those in the future. You've got quite a few. Take some images. I already looked through those. This, let's move this down. You'll raise this up a little bit and just put a citation line down here or your asset guide down there. You can cut it down. You can say nail technician. You can say manicure, full set, and pedicure. You can take this off. And these are important. It's just that I think, with this style, you don't need the whole thing. You can say skills, photography. Okay, and take that out. And then bring this up. Take some of this space out. I know your other pages have it this deep, but let's take that out so we can get into your images quicker. And watch things like this. You can always go into Photoshop and get rid of it. Okay? And these shadows are really kind of dark, so watch for that kind of thing when you're taking pictures. This is nice, right? There's a soft shadow. There's not this harsh shadow. This is nice. So this one is just, has some photo issues you want to think about as you're moving forward, okay? But otherwise, it's a great start. I think a form would look better here, kind of empty currently. So let's put a nice form there. And again, you're going to start looking at creating more photos. Try a background, or this is quite possibly keyed out. So you could take it, a photo, and then you can cut the background out, especially if you take your photo against a green screen, green, poster, kind of a lime green. That would work for you. And then you can just go in and key out all of that very easily. All right. And we can talk about how to do that if you're not sure. Okay. All right. Great start, everybody.